Hello, welcome to another video. This will be a tutorial and I guess explanation too on this 4x4 piston door. I just put my render distance down, less laggy. So this door is 324 blocks big, made by me and G6W9 together. We just made it now. It's 4x4, kind of compact. I have two versions of it. I'll show what the difference is. So this is the main one. This one's faster than the other one by a few ticks, not much. So yeah, it's quite a fast 4x4. Good size, I think, and pretty cheap apart from redstone blocks. So this one is a bit slower, as I said, but it has no reset on the closing. So this one, as you can see, the slider powers on the opening and the closing, and it only needs to do it on the opening. But this one, I put a toggle here. There wasn't enough space to put one. Well, now that I think about it, there is. But it's slower, so it doesn't matter. This one has a toggle, so the slider doesn't go on the closing, but it does on the opening. But that does sacrifice speed. Here, this one is basically instant. That one has a tick. And also there's an extra tick here, which isn't there. But what we can do is shave a tick here, which we can't do there, but yeah. I will show a tutorial for this one, then show how to edit it for here. So, let me get my blocks. Let's get started. So, the door is 3 blocks wide. So, let's build the layout. So, the layout is on the furthest layer back. So, we build the layout. It's just a standard layout, nothing particularly exciting. So yeah, same on both sides, and that's it. So the door stretches out to here, just so you know, and it stretches out 1 block extra on the side and on the bottom, but apart from that, it doesn't stretch anywhere else. So I'm going to keep these here because I think we place stuff on them. So down here, this is where the input is. Guess I can color code. Let's do. That is concrete powder. I'm new to this pack. So this is the input line. Guess I can make the whole thing the input line. And then to power the single extenders, we just do those, simple. And then what we do is this goes off into there and into a torch, and we need that there, and these are the 2 wall blocks you'll need, and then you need some to place stuff on. But apart from that, as you can see, it can be transparent. So we have torch here and piston like that. So basically what happens is the torch switches on, and then, well, this will be extended. Torch switches on, this retracts, giving a 1 tick. So we do that with another torch tower like that. So that gives us a 1 tick on one edge. And then what we do to power this one is we power 2 tick here, that, and then remove that, and then that should be that storage done. So that's that bit done. Then what we do is we bring this up again. So then what happens is, let me just keep this on. Oh, I've broken it now. So basically what happens is this switches off like it does, and then this torch switches it back on, which does that. So that powers after the storage has pushed up. So that does the closing, as you can see. And then we just need the other storage, which is pretty simple. And that's just there, I think. Like that. And then we have this block to power that. Actually, I don't think we need that block, do we? No, we don't. So yeah, and then while we're up here, we may as well power the single extenders. Just some repeaters. So yeah. And that's everything but the double extender done. And then I'm gonna show the redstone block slider, not the cauldron slider first. So basically how the double works is we have this here, which is powered by a 2-tick repeater from a block like that. So what the double is, we one ticket and then one ticket again. Now I've forgotten to put this on a slab. So what you need is a slab. I'm using a stone slab because I think they look best for redstone. Place that on there and then that's that done. So why do we need a stone slab? It's because when this powers, it also powers this block, which means it's locational. And yeah, that's the only reason why. So how we power this with 2 1-ticks is from a torch down here, and we use there's this monostable, just gives out an output every time you move it, dual edge, and basically we use kind of a modified version of that. So there's the torch like it was before, dust here, and then what we need is 2 redstone blocks. So, and then block down there. Someone is messaging me. So what that does, and then let's put in this slider up here. He made it with me. Let me just anyway, so this you might have thought pushed up automatically. That doesn't happen because you need to update it. Anyway, the point of the slider is, when we set this, is when this slides up, these turn into, I think it's called block 36 or something, I don't know. Basically they stop powering for a tiny bit, and then the one underneath powers, which outputs a 1-tick pulse through the torch. But I think it's 1 tick. It's short enough to spit the blocks out and stuff. So when we slide it up, it outputs that, and when we slide it down, it does it again. So what we need to do is, the way it works is the input to the top piston comes from this torch. So whenever this slides up, it always slides back down, no matter what. So the top circuitry doesn't power this, the double extender does. I will change the wall colour. I don't know, let's do cyan, just so you know what's what. Yeah, so, and if you're wondering how the pistons here, when they extend, this goes in 2-tick, which then powers this dust here, if you're wondering. So how do we make it automatically push down? So this bit is quite simple, only a few blocks. So we need a block there, a torch, another torch, so that should be off, and then because it's that design over there, you need a 2-tick repeater here, which pushes it down. So that's the double done. Now all we need to do is power this, and I was powering it with redstone block, but all we need to do is update it, because this up here is budding that. So how we do that is pretty simple. That just runs into piston, which updates the double extender. And that's the whole door, well, the whole side of the door then. So then we need to copy it to the other side. So I'll do that now. So we have, and then if you're wondering what's powering these, it's this torch. So yeah, you can put repeaters here, but then they're out of sync with the storage and these pistons. So you can see in the whole door, this and this are in sync because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, no, they're still out of sync. Well, they might be in sync, I don't know, but it's cheaper anyway. So we need the torch here, 2-tick, block, remove those, and then place it back, and then this goes up here into the torch, and then before I forget, that needs to be a slab, just for later. This goes back into the torch tower, which goes into a piston. I can place it. That's the 1-tick, monostable, and then this goes back there, carrying this dust, which goes into, we don't need that block, goes into those repeaters. Now I think if you want to be a bit cheaper you can do that, but this way is symmetrical, so it's quite nice. And then the double, which is that, and then we need the slider pistons, so the top one's there. Just realised I used the wrong glass. We need cyan glass. I wasn't thinking of colour coding it. That doesn't matter if this powers because that's a 2-tick, it doesn't spit it out or anything. Okay, so next we need this torch and this dust. The 2 redstone blocks, followed by that. Push it up, push that down quickly, and then the updater, push it down again. Oh, and if you're wondering how is this torch being powered by the 1-tick, because this one is coming from a torch, so it just works. So then we need that, and that should be everything done. And then, yeah. That should be the whole door. Ta-da! So, now if you're wondering if you want this one, so, how we did this, my dad came in. We need cauldrons instead of redstone blocks, but now I think about it, you could still do with redstone blocks. But I'm gonna do the cauldron one, just if you want to do it. So we need to replace those with cauldrons. The server fills them up with water for me, but you have to do that if you're in survival. Get the comparator, and then this monastery also works with comparator, even though it shouldn't take 1-tick pulses, but it does, just like the torch does. And then we cannot update this anymore because these aren't powering it. So we need a monostable, and that is literally it. But we can also remove that. I mean, set it to 1-tick. So if we do cauldron, comparator, monostable, and shorten that, everything should work. If it doesn't, well, I don't know. As you see, there's no reset. So yeah, that's the door. You can fill the door frame. Nothing to worry about. No, you won't update anything. That's the door. You can put in a repeater input if you want. Fire at any of these red blocks. With a signal strength of 3, 4. So yeah. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.